Finally, it's time to find clients for your agency. And I know this is the most daunting aspect of this entire process for people, but it is by far the most important. Why? Because I've said this before and I'll say it till I'm blue in the face. An agency without clients is like a plane without a propeller. So here I've listed some of the most common ways of finding clients. Now, if you're working with local businesses, a great place to start is actually Google Maps. So type in restaurants in your local area as an example and start collecting names and phone numbers. Or if you're looking to service e-commerce businesses, look on Amazon or Google Shopping and find a list of brands you can reach out to. So I'll give you a couple examples of finding clients right now. Step 1 is to use Google Maps. So if you're offering Facebook adverts to Botox clinics, start in your local area and make a list of at least 10 clinics. Another method is to look at an online directory like Amazon and search for the product you want to sell. Let's look at this example with smartwatches. Interestingly, there's a brand called Let's Fit who are promoting their products on Amazon to get more sales. Let's go with them. The next step is to find someone who owns the business or anyone responsible for their sales or marketing. So LinkedIn is actually a great tool for this. Find the name of the person you want to speak to and start researching to find their email. Now, if you can't find their email, then you can just kind of take a wild swing in the dark at their email format for the company. For example, their first name, full stop, their last name, at whatever their business name is. Or for example, their first name at their business. Now, a great tool to use is called snov.io, where you can actually verify whether the email you're going to is deliverable. Now, it's time to speak to the business. Now, there are multiple ways you can do this, but we're gonna focus on two: sending emails and sending DMs. Now, here's our first example. It's actually to the sales manager at Let's Fit. I followed a very simple structure for an outreach email, which incorporates 4 elements: personalization, problem, solution, and making the meeting a no-brainer. An email like this is 100% more likely to get a response than an email which tries to make a sale one email in. Here's another example. This time, it's a direct message to the owner of a jewelry business where you're trying to pitch web design as a service. I followed a similar format here. And what happens once you've set a meeting? This is the biggest challenge as an agency owner, and it's selling to your clients. The good news is, just like everything else, there's a system for it. So let's pretend you've got the sales manager for Let's Fit on a Zoom call. What would that look like? So first, it's called the rapport stage. And it's basically where you make friends. You get to know the person you're speaking to. Now, this might seem silly, but in 20, 30, 40, 50, maybe even an hour, you're gonna be asking this person for a decent amount of money, so you need them to like you and to trust you. Next up, it's time to go digging. Now, this is where you ask more information about the company and you try to work out what they're trying to achieve. So if you're speaking to the business owner, the financial success of the company is directly related to how much money is in their pocket. But even if you're speaking to someone else in the business, they still want to look good, and good performance could result in their promotion or a raise or bonus. So just kind of know who you're speaking to and adjust your pitch accordingly. Now, you've got to present your solution as the logical one to growing their business. In this example, it's that Facebook ads can be profitable and that they're much cheaper than Amazon. Finally, it's time for the close. This is one of the most nerve-wracking parts of the entire call, but it's where you need to stay calm. Do your best not to be desperate and just to blurt out the price. Silence is incredibly underrated when it comes to sales calls. My advice, learn to get comfortable sitting without saying anything. If you've done all the steps correctly, they'll come to you. Congratulations, you've signed your first client.